welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Buffaloes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense will be first on the attack. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators and defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just throw it anywhere in his vicinity and trust he's going to find a way to get it done and make the catch. Even when he's defended, he is always open, and you're going to see him line up all over the field, and he'll get the ball in a variety of ways.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Simon. Oh, he's got some space.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game. Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the 1st down.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back, because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. And you saw it on that one.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
And makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
Handoff to the single back. Running into the open space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
What a great job by the defense, understanding where they're on the field. Listen, the wide side of the field's this way. They're going to try to run that sweep, identifying it, flying like madmen to the football, just understanding speed and space. I got to be ready for that, and they were.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all visibility on that TV.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's April. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Defense did a great job. 3rd. The opponent's side of the field, they're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
The Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll crank up this drive with a pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Right on target this time. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Might be changing the route. They'll toss it to the left. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains 10, 12, 15 yarders as the game goes on, and they wear this defense down.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Didn't even come close. Getting back to the line, he'll lose 8. A third down try for the offense. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He's looking downfield to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's hauled in at the 10.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He'll bring it out. It's Averill. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Well, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Gives it on the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete to the left. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out of the 40. And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. Trying play action. Steps away to find some room. He'll pull it down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force this.
Breaks into the open. Maybe a touchdown-saving stop gets him out of bounds at the 5. First and goal coming up.
What a great run there. Third and one situation, though, David. That has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like third and one to get first downs.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point. And the lead balloons to 21.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Tackle is made at the 23. Let's call it a 5-yard pickup. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now facing a 3rd and long. Defense in press coverage. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Reels it in down the left side. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Gets it out fast. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
And this one is perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas is currently ahead early in this one in DKR. But they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 4 over Florida State. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Rushes on him. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And that was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the receiver getting out of bounds. If you're on offense now, jog off the field, get the field goal kicker out there. You're going to steal 3 points.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Fakes to grab. And he's still running after the move. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going to...
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And the Heat gets 45.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Razorbacks come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Gets rid of it. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football. Great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down. And the Buffaloes moving quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Finds a man on the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pulls and fired complete. Spins away from one. Turning it on. Touchdown, Arkansas. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. These corners going to give them some space. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The Buffaloes will punt it away on 4th down. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. On the run, it's Simon. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Toss to the outside. Finds a little space. Gets it past the marker. A big, explosive play by this offense, and if you want to control the 4th quarter, might as well go in with momentum like that. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. So 1st down will open up the final period. The give to the lone running back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll run it again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats up.
Got enough space. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving. He was down to the 5.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the 1st down. Nice play.
And the Razorbacks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Coming out with it, it's Averill. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better than... Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buffaloes now can really generate some momentum if they turn that turnover into points. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
3rd down coming.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Now the play fake. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done...
There he goes. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
He'll bring it out. It's Bryant. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Looking deep down the right side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Oh, he got loose. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The handoff to Johnson. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. They'll run play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air on 1st down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Zings it complete to the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Kick is in the air. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well, but now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Has to throw this off his back foot. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Razorbacks in the hurry up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He fires one deep over the middle. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick And they do. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Oh, man, if the defense are just like, dang it, if that would have just stayed in bound for a second longer, we could have got the ball, maybe made some momentum, something happened, but the offense definitely dodged a bullet on that one.
They are penned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. Not much feels better to an offense than to get some breathing room with an explosive play like that. Now 1st and 10 from the 39. If there's time to pad the stats. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
Thank